Hello and welcome to B&D. Please like, comment, share, subscribe and hit the little bell for your notifications. Meow. Hello. Right, we're going to use another chicken portion. I used one with mashed potato and just stripped the chicken off the bone. And now we're going to use another one, but we're going to do something different with it. Or what's the point of watching? So this is one chicken piece that I have stripped all the meat off it and I've cut it into slices, and we're doing something immensely simple. If you're by yourself, you don't want to buy piles and piles of veg and then get sick, because I can't store them here at the caravan. So buying loads of veg just means that I have a very large bill to produce a very simple meal for one person. So instead, I picked up this tin of Scotch broth, which was 65 pence, and I got it in Sainsbury's. I never had this one before, so we'll have to see what it's like. But this has all the veg in it. So we're going to do what I always do with soups. The soup is the base, it's the gravy. So therefore, if it'll release the rest of the catch, one tin of soup, one pan. Put tin of soup empty into pan. Now, I always do this. I always fill the can with another amount of water, because you're paying a lot of money just for a tin of soup. That's as much as you're going to have. So one more water. If the soup is good enough, you should be able to double the amount without it affecting too much of the flavour. You won't increase how many veggies in it, but you should be able to at least get more out of it. And the more you get out of it, the more filling it'll be. So we have all the chicken. Don't forget, it's already cooked. We're just going to heat it all the way through. Just make sure, yeah, I don't want that bit. It's a bit of gristle. So just take off any bits that you don't like the look of. Bit too much fat. I did cut it into little bits. So now we have the soup and the chicken all in one. Get something called a spoon. You remember what them are? Now, what you have, you might think, oh, well, it's going to be a bit watery. You're still going to have a soup. But let's start. Oh, one more thing. What else do I have? I have a tiny amount, which is probably one potato, of the mashed potato, because I made so much that when it went on the plate, I'm not going to eat all that mashed potato, and there was quite enough on. So this is actually already mashed, and it's buttered, and it has little bits of the sliced, chopped up finely, of my spring onion. So we have more potato, which you can add that in. Don't need that anymore. Break it up a bit. So now you have a little bit extra. So we'll get this on the gas. Now, because it's going to be more of a soup, you have it in a bowl. But although we don't need it right yet, we have the bowl. we have the spoon that we used to stir it. That's what we're going to eat it with. Clean up the rest of that. Recycle the tin because we've rinsed it with water, so it's now clean. I need to empty my recycling. But now we all have to do is just wait for it to boil. So if you waste of your time watching my soup boil, but don't forget it is a little thicker. We don't need to make up a gravy, but as you see, we have the veg, we have the chicken, so we just now have to wait for that to cook up, and then we put it in the bowl. So yes, today is Friday. It started off very wet. I don't know what it is with my eye. I had pain all the way over here, and the top of my nose made me feel like I've got a cold. So I got some tablets. Where did I put them? My tablets are hiding that I got. So these cost me £4 odd. But I took them last night, and then this morning my eye feels like someone's poked me in the eye again, and it's been watering all day and it won't stay open. But the pain over here has gone just about, and I've just have some pain slightly in my eye. I'm putting my drops in and everything, but it's just taking ages. By the time you see this, it should all be gone. But it's the weeks that it's taken, because this I got it first. It's now been like 3 weeks on this, and then it passed it to that. So it's not too good. I've got bits of paper everywhere. That in the bin. So yeah, we are starting to bubble up a bit. We want to just cook it. Now it's, once it gets fast enough, we'll turn it down and we'll just let it slowly simmer to, you know, give time for everything to cook through. Now, if you wanted to make it thicker, then the easiest way is to get some mashed potato, some of the powder, and put that in, and that would thicken up a bit, and it would become more thick. But I think I've got a crust left, so I'll probably chop that up and put that in, and that'll absorb some of the water. But if you put the mashed potato in, you can then judge how thick you want it, and then once again it's something which will be filling and go a little further. But that should give me 2, possibly 3 bowls of soup stroke like stew. I get veg without having to buy loads of veg, or at least buy veg. There's 2 dogs next door now, they're a pain. So yeah, we'd put them together, we get that, and that is another piece of chicken. So first meal was just the chicken with some mashed potato and gravy. The second meal was taking the Scotch broth. And if you work out, I paid 140, what was it, 142, about 35 pence a chicken, I think, if we say that. The Scotch broth was 65, so it's still £1. My first meal was less than £1. This is £1, and from what I'm going to get out of it, it's going to be quite filling. Right, it's now bubbling too much. Reduce it down. Just keep stirring it because you don't want it to stick it anywhere near the bottom. So yeah, it's bubbling like mad. So I've reduced it down, and it should calm down. If it doesn't calm down, I'll reduce it again. Ah, that's better. So now we'll just let it heat up a little bit more, so it's good and cooked all the way through, even though it's already pre-cooked chicken, because I did all of the pieces at the same time. Therefore, we just want it warmed up. We don't want it cold at this time. So, what we're going to do with the rest of the chicken? There's still 2 bits left. Weirdly enough. Well, I'll show you when I do the next one. Maybe, possibly, if I can be bothered. Yep. But until then, bye for now. Next time.